Welcome to HoodChampionBoxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. Hey, pay attention, man. Listen, please subscribe to the channel, but I'm going to tell you right now, I really think Terence Crawford is going to fight Tszyu and then fight Charlo. I talked about it a little bit when I went live earlier, but I'm going to keep this video short, sweet, to the point. Listen, take a look at what's happened, right? Let's just focus solely on Crawford, Tszyu, and Charlo, because I'm telling you, that's the move right there. The WBO recently has affected Charlo. The WBO recently has affected Tszyu. The WBO recently has affected Terence Crawford, right? Some would say these are good things, some would say these are bad things. What I'm going to say is that's because the WBO, they are planning for Terence Crawford to fight Tszyu. If he wins that fight, which is a winnable fight, but Tszyu can scrap. Got to give Tszyu credit. I just got finished watching Terence Crawford against Shawn Porter. And let me tell you something. Sometimes Crawford, when he's looking to counter, he'll go a little wide. And Porter was getting there on some shots. And when I was watching, I was like, damn, I wonder what happens if Tszyu hits him with that right hand that comes from down under. You know what I'm saying? Because Tszyu can crack. I'm convinced. It's just like when I was seeing Dillian White fight. He's a heavyweight. I was watching him fight. I wasn't convinced until I seen him knock out Lucas Brown. I see him knock down Joseph Parker. I said, damn, it's something about that left hook. You know, then him and Povetkin and all that. I was like, and Chisora, I said, he must really hit hard with that left hand. So if you ask me anything about Dillian White, yeah, I got an opinion about him, but I'll always say there's something there to him, right? Same thing with Tszyu. There's something there to him. And I just think Terence Crawford has to be careful with him. But if you look at how the WBO, they said, you know what, Jamel, you're not going to fight Tszyu. You know what, he's the mandatory. We understand you have stuff going on, but they were giving Charlo problems before about his hand and everything else. Show us the proof. But anyway, they take his WBO strap, give it to Tszyu, right? Just like that, boom, it's done. So now Jamel, if he wants to get that belt back, he has to fight Tszyu. But you look at what's going on with Terence Crawford. He just came out of that conference in the DR where he was there chilling with the WBO president. And then you come and see how they lifted that belt off of Terence Crawford. Now, it was nothing nefarious, but so far, they're playing chess. Gonna take the belt from Jamel, give it to Tszyu. Now Terence Crawford, we're gonna take that WBO belt, not the WBO belt, the IBF belt. That's gonna come off you. We're gonna give that to this guy, but we're not gonna interfere with you, Terence Crawford, when it comes to this belt, because you've held on to our WBO title for several years. He clipped Jeff Horn. Once he clipped Jeff Horn, Terence Crawford was off to the races with the WBO. So the move that's going to be made, right? I truly believe this. Is Terence Crawford get through Spence and go straight at Tszyu. I really feel that is what's going to happen, because I don't see Terence Crawford holding on to that WBA and WBC. I think he's going to let those belts go. And then Stan Eunice will get elevated, and then Barrios will get elevated to the WBC champion, and Stan Eunice to the WBA. And Crawford is going to hold that WBO, and they're going to support him. They're going to take care of their guy. Okay? So Crawford has been affected by the WBO, but in a good way, because they've had that conversation out in the Dominican Republic. So now you look at the stars. Tszyu's coming to the States. They have a big bout. Crawford and Spence. Crawford could have a bout later this year. I'm hearing all kind of rumors. I don't know if it's going to materialize, but Crawford probably being on that fight card in Saudi on December 23rd. not headlining, but being on their fight card. Some people say, no way, there's no way Crawford would do that. That's not true. Why would he go risk getting injured? No, there's a rematch with Spence. I don't have an answer for that. But what I will tell you is, if Crawford felt like he wasn't making any progress on negotiations with Earl Spence, when they first tried to make the fight, and he went out there because he had several pokers in the fire, didn't he? And he saw the one that heated up, and he said, you know what, I'm going to go out and fight a Venetian. If Crawford would do that, I don't see why he wouldn't do it again. If another opportunity for, some good money comes up, why not go out there and take, take on a low threat opponent, pick up some dough, come on back, and then hopefully Spence will be ready. Same thing what Tyson Fury did by fighting Ngannou. That was supposed to be an easy fight. Then was supposed to come out of there unscathed and go fight Usyk 23 December in Saudi. Not how it worked out. But that being said, if Crawford gets past Tszyu, you're going to have the showdown between Crawford and Charlo for the undisputed distinction at 154 pounds. And I'm going to tell you this, man, 154 pounds and 160 pounds, those two weight divisions, they're like the land of the brave, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's scrapping in them two weight divisions. You know what I mean? Nobody cares, especially at 154. At 154, they're scrapping. Everybody's scrapping at 154. Lubin's scrapping, Fundora's scrapping. You know what I mean? Charlo, Tszyu, Castagna, like, everybody at 154 is down to scrap. Like, they just don't give a damn. But it's going to be interesting to see how things go. I think at the end of next year, we'll see Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo. But I don't know. We got to see how Jermell Charlo looks, because he has a mandatory that he has to defend his titles against. And when you come out of making them Canelo paydays, sometimes priorities can change. When you get comfortable and you don't have to do something, things change unless it's really your passion. And I can tell you that from being, a guy who did a lot of smart things when I was in my 20s, buying property, buying land. Now I'm 48, retired, chilling. Life is good. Kind of hard to get me to come back out here and do something, although there's some days I feel like it. But other days I'm like, you don't have to. Life is good. Your kids are good. You guys are doing vacations. You're chilling. Like there's, what, you want to turn into a greedy belly and go out there and start stressing and bullshitting for what? So we'll see what the future holds. But I definitely think there's some secret society stuff going on here, which it's kind of good for Crawford in the sense to where at least the WBO is protecting this man and looking out for this man. But Crawford's earned that. He's earned that position with him. And what you're seeing is kind of like, we talk about the WBC, but the WBC will take care of their guys too, But we all know Mauricio the Nose Suleiman. He's an extreme case of taking it to the stupid. But that being said, I'm willing to bet. I'm not even a gambling man. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't bet, right? But I'm willing to bet $20, man, that Terence Crawford next year, he'll fight Tszyu. And if he beats him, because they can't put him in no small-ass ring, if he beats him, he'll go fight Jermell Charlo. I think that's the direction this is going to go. But anyway, more to come on all that. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.